Alright, another installment for Nid Week. You're probably saying to yourself, what am I looking at? You, my friends, are looking at a scratch-built parts list for Gargoyle. This is all stuff that you could probably get your hands on fairly easily. If you're a terrain guy, most of the stuff you should have on hand anyways. So fish out some plastic out of your garbage can, you know you got that. Go rooting through your plastic plants, you know you've got something that looks like that. That's going to probably be the hardest thing you're going to look for. If you can't find that, just use a piece of polystyrene and sand it around to make it into an egg type shape. This right here is just a little plastic tube that you can get. I cut a Q-tip out. These are just nut shells. Trying to think of what kind of nut shells they are, but just like any kind of concave shell will work, guys. You know. Something like that. Little hunk of wire, you should have that, and a plastic spoon. I've done a little bit of detail work on this one. This actually looks a heck of a lot better than what you're about to see. But this is just one of many styles that your carapace can look like. So what am I talking about here, guys? Let's take a peek at it. Let me move everything out of the way here. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Let's get some light on it. Maybe I need to have some light behind it. Okay, there you go. Now, if you look at it, the nut is actually supported into the carapace. So it's actually hanging underneath its body, and the body can twist by those tendril and feeding tubes where like the body is in. These are like feeding tendrils. After it blows away its opponent, it'll fly over and it'll extend out these feeding tendrils, which will just basically flop around in the blood and whatnot and just soak nutrients up into the body, which can then pump it into the rest of the carapace body. There's a carapace design. Not very sexy, I know, but just one possibility of many possibilities. Someone said I needed that they would green stuff the wings for my my hopper bug wings. So I took out my heating tool. Sorry, you'll need one of those, a heating tool. I've got it set on 30 watts. That's a variable one, 15 or 30 watts. Here, let's pull this out of its support piece here. These hook under to look like tail carapace, and they actually look really good with nothing supporting it really. But I mean, that's how it looks like, guys. I think it's kind of cool that the body is actually separate from the carapace and it's hanging by these body tubes. So I wanted this to look like it was kind of like jinking, so I used two different folds of plastic, like it's hooking around to shoot something, or it's shot something and it's hooking around to go feed on what's left of it. So this is for my buddy Sean Morrison, the terrain guy up in Canada, who made his little Magyver remark. So I thought, you know what, I'm not really deserving of a Magyver remark, but darn it if I'm not going to try. So This is how to start making miniatures with just, like I said, this kind of stuff. Okay, now here's a fig, so you can get a sense of scale. So it's a little bit massive. I never said it was going to be to scale. You know, you might want to say each one of these counts is maybe 2, and then your approximate scale will be right, and then just give it 2 wounds, you know. And then if it takes a wound, just put a mark next to it so you know that it's 1, and then, you know, every time you kill 2, you pull 1 off the board. So that's what it looks like, dudes. I wanted it to look very alien. I think that the tubes going up into the carapace really pulls that off, besides the weird feeder tendrils. Now, if you look closely at this, let's see if I can get where the light hits it the way I want to. That is a really slick concept. All I did was take my pointy thing, my pointy heater from that, and I laid it down on the side and pulled it away, and it gave me all that neat, not only the divots, but the really cool internal lining there. And it's all ready to go. Just nip her off and start connecting things up and doing it. So you can have a number of different styles that you can go, and this is by far not the only styles you can go with. There's ridiculous numbers. You can even go and start using say cut cardboard and laying cardboard over this in layers to make it look like a layered shell. There's just tons and tons and tons of ways to do this, guys. So there you go. That's Terrainaholic playing Tyrannid Magyver, and let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Love ya. Bye-bye.